Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Barbara Schieferstein. I'm the representative of the Ministry of Economic Affairs and Ports. And we are here to represent the Interact project BalticSupply to you and to attract you to our aims and explain to you what the project's tasks and aims are. I'm here together with my colleague.
I am the communication manager at the BalticSupply project. I represent the partner South Denmark European office, and I will be happy to answer any of your questions related to the project.
The BalticSupply project started 2009, and it's an interregional SME supply cluster project, which is combined with another project which is called North Sea Supply Connect. We expect several benefits for the companies. The first one is that we want to generate new business opportunities for SME suppliers from the Baltic Sea and North Sea region on transnational supply markets. The second benefit is that we want to face a challenge to make procurement processes more transparent and accessible for SMEs. And we want to install an SME supply cluster portal, including, first of all, a company register as a presentation platform for SMEs, then a tendering facility, a partnership exchange facilities that the companies are able to meet each other. And then when we want to provide background information for the suppliers that they can inform themselves about new innovations and new products and experience on the market. And then the last offer is the SME training, which should make the SMEs more prepared to attend new markets and that they're prepared to address OEMs, for example. The portal shall also promote SME qualification and innovation. To fill this portal, we are open to all business within the Baltic Sea region and the North Sea region, because we think that we are able to create a high attention to this portal in any way. We provided a map for you that you can have an insight where our partners come from. We have two colors here. On the red stars represent the partners from the Baltic Sea region project, from the Baltic Supply project, and the blue stars represent the partners from the North Sea Supply project. You can see that they are partly very close together already, and some of them cooperate already in the meantime. And our aim is to connect those areas and to have regional access on that. We have three categories of partners within the projects. We have, on the one hand, the public authorities, like our Ministry of Economic Affairs and Ports, or the Southern Denmark European office from Brussels, where Mats Wojtyka is here with us today. Then we have the regional development agencies, who are those partners who have the close contact to the small and medium-sized companies. They know the needs of the branches, they know the needs of the companies, and they are able to talk to them in their own language. Then we have the business organizations from Finland or Germany, Poland. The Latvian Chamber of Commerce, for example, is one of the partners. Again, they are close to the SMEs and they can provide us with their networks. Then we have a fourth group, the knowledge institutions, for example, the Baltic Institute of Finland or the University of Latvia, who give us support with instruments to train the SMEs or to distribute innovations, and they know how networks work. From the organization, the project has the Ministry of Economic Affairs as lead partner. I'm the representative, and then we have three key sectors we address. First of all, we have the maritime industry, then energy sector, and the third one is the food sector. The project is organized that for each of the sectors we have cluster managers, which is for the maritime industry also situated in Bremen. It's the economic development in Bremen. The cluster manager of the energy sector is the regional Pomeranian agency situated in Poland. And for the food sector, Business Holding from Denmark is our cluster coordinator. Within the project, we have now focused priority markets in each of the clusters. In the maritime industry cluster, we will address the priority markets: green shipping, maritime security, and the offshore supply and technology, because those three priority markets are also future markets. They create new innovations. They are forced to think in the future and to produce new developments, technology developments, but also new products. The same in the energy sector. We decided to focus on the priority markets: offshore wind energy, energy efficiency, environmental technology, and these three subsectors as well are future sectors where we need to have new technologies. We need to have partnerships within the regions to be strong on the international market. And the third sector, the food sector, has chosen the priority fields. Organic food, functional convenient food, and food safety and control are also demands on the market. The customers' needs are addressed because we need clear and safe foods. We need instruments to observe productions, and food safety and control is for the customers important as well. I just shortly want to introduce the North Sea Supply Connect because both of the projects run at the same time and we are closely connected with our topics, with our addressee of the markets. And the organization form is the same. We have public authority, and the lead partner in the North Sea Supply Connect is the province of Groningen in the Netherlands. We have the Samenwerkingsverband Northern Netherlands with it, and the Brazilian District Council from the UK. Again, we have regional development agencies from the Northern Netherlands, from Flanders, and from Sintra West, from Belgium. And we have business organizations like the Chambers of Commerce as well, from Edinburgh, from the Netherlands, and from Germany, the Marico cluster. Knowledge institutions here are the Edinburgh Napier University and the BAW Institute for Regional Economic Research in Germany. So again, we have a broad support and an interesting network with broad knowledge in it. The North Sea Supply Connect project focuses on the same key sectors. So again, later on we have the possibility to exchange our instruments within these two projects. This project will, or at the moment, is in the situation to clarify their focuses. But they have cluster management in West Flanders, here in Belgium, the Pomeranian West Flanders Institute. And the energy cluster is led by the Edinburgh Chamber of Commerce, and the food and health cluster is led by the Northern Netherlands institution in Groningen. So again, we have the same structure. With this short input, we would like to finish our presentation. Thank you very much.
The BalticSupply and the North Sea Supply Connect are two projects funded by the European Regional Development Fund called Interreg in the Baltic Sea region and the North Sea region respectively. Dr. Barbara Schieferstein from the Ministry of Economic Affairs and Ports in Bremen in Germany is here today to present the project and talk a bit about its goals. Mrs. Schieferstein, welcome to our studio. What do you and your partners try to achieve with these two projects?
Thank you very much. We want to create better business opportunities for many small and medium-sized enterprises who are located in the Baltic Sea region and the North Sea region. We especially want to support in the fields maritime industry, food and health sector, and the energy sector, and there especially in the offshore wind energy sector.
And the supporting structures, how do they really look like?
In the end, we want to create a so-called supply cluster a support portal, a supply portal, which should consist of a tool of instruments which we can use for the support of the small and medium-sized industry.
And what motivated the partners who come mainly from the public sector of these North and Baltic Sea regions to step into this project?
All the partners, they know the local needs of their small and medium-sized companies, and they see the need that all the companies have to address new markets. And the new markets are those which we choose within this project. And the partners, which are, for example, chambers of commerce or economic development agencies, they have their own networks. They know the branches, they know the companies and their needs, and they are a kind of multiplier for us within the project.
Which supply markets would you like to address?
When we look, for example, at the maritime sector, we've chosen the safety sector in maritime industry because it's one of the future markets, and we see that we need a variety of technologies in there, and the small and medium-sized companies are very often not able to do it by themselves. Then we have the green ship, for example, the technology-based things in this sector as well. When we look, for example, at the food and health cluster, we will address safe food or functional food, and we will support the implementation of control instruments.
And could you give an example of an innovative product development in those markets and how a service platform could help develop this?
When we look, for example, at the offshore market and then the wind sector, we know that the companies can learn from technologies, things from the oil and gas industry. And the offshore sector is very new. We have a new dimension of technological demands. It needs new innovative products and ideas. And this is, for example, a good market which we want to address too. And we can learn from other traditional markets, like I said, oil and gas industry or the shipbuilding industry, because they have tools and knowledge which they can provide into the new offshore market, the wind offshore market. And we are going to support those SMEs to transfer their products and ideas into this new offshore wind market, for example.
And what would for you be, let's say, in about 2 years, the ideal outcome of these two projects?
We have very high plans. We want to connect at least several hundred small and medium-sized companies. And one of the main aims is to bring them into contact with big companies, that they apply for tenders together. And we were thinking about at least one contact per week. And on our partner platform, we have also a high goal. We want to have several hundred partners registered in this portal, and that we can connect them in our networks and bring them together, the small and medium-sized companies together, but also connect them with the big companies.
Ms. Schieferstein, thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you.